Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back to Kingdom Come. Glad you're still sticking around to this beautiful game so far. And yeah, we're back by the horses, right? Because we do have the money now to purchase my pebbles.
Good day. What'll it be this far?
I mean, even...
I'd like to... All you have to... I will... To be on. Then make your first. Of course, I will... Have you taken a...
Look at that. My horse is no longer for sale.
I've already... Tell me then.
Ah, there it is. Pebbles. So, 150. That would be half my wealth that we have right now. So let's try to haggle. And let's pay a bit less.
Do we have a... More. I'll take... Great.
Perfect.
I trust you'll be satisfied. I'll get the horse ready for you and teach you to call him over. It will take a bit of time.
So with that, we also saved some 15 groschen. And we got the horse back.
Don't forget to get some proper tack as well.
Yes, doesn't even have a saddle right now. Do you have something? No, he doesn't have any additional things that we could use here. Even I'm pretty sure you're also getting a saddle or something like that. So get up again on a horse. And boy, this feels great. And with that, we have a horse again, and we can ride around, no longer have to walk. And there's different modes that we can use. We can also call the horse then, and yeah, we can ride faster and slower. And we also have horse equipment that at the moment I don't have. Basically the same things that you have in KCD1 already. So let's check it out. We finished this massive quest in the last episode with the bandits. That was over here. There's nothing else that's following up, right? So the old guys, they just thanked me. I'm a bit disappointed in that because I like them and I hoped that there would be something more behind that. So unfortunately, that's not the case. What I can do now is finally ride, and I'm just going to ride to the nearest town over there to discover it too. That's the one. Check it out.
Easy. Good horse.
That's then down here, but yeah, that's Semine, right? That we have now. Semine, as it's called. Very good. And with that, we can now go back to the blacksmith. There's also something down here. Gain access to the wedding party with the help of the miller Kretzli. So we're close to this actually. So now I'm actually just riding up north there again. That's done really fast. Because I don't want to open up several story arcs now. By the way, we've got some nice equipment out of the last quests there. The military sword. The proper sword now. Also have a bow. That's neat. And we also have our first plate armor. That's all the way down here. My half plate legs. Giving me a nice boost to my armor.
Jesus Christ. So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semine's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
Venser didn't survive the skirmish in Gules' camp. And Franzi, they took him to Semine. He might have been innocent in the whole thing.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. They were only here a while, but that pair was as thick as, well, thieves. And that Franzi could talk his way out from under the executioner's axe.
We'll see. Either way, it's Lord Semine's concern now.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Nice.
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truscovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
All right.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truscovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Very interesting. They don't. Now, I wonder why we are not getting invited to the wedding by the Semins themselves, right? We helped them out quite a bit. The old guys, at least. And they definitely had access. But okay, get into the wedding party with the help of the blacksmith. So that's still the one that we're doing. And wait a second. He did have a bat, so I'm going to sleep because we need to replenish some health and then continue onwards.
Here's some. If you ever fight here again, I'll drag you out by the ear myself. Got that?
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around.
Me? I made an effort. It was capon.
Aye, birds of a feather. Even in the pillory you were like a pair of turtle doves together. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose, the hermit, sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
Yeah, a bit later, we're in the forest and there's a hut. And also a sheep. This really cool location there. So all the way up here, Apollonia. Look inside. Oh, there's the hermit. Can I talk with him?
Radovan, the blacksmith from Takov, sent me.
And what's that got to do with me? Clear off! Equam memento rebus in arduis severimentem.
Alright. Was that a curse? I guess also he will not give me his sword, which is probably in there. We could knock him out. Okay, so to solve this peacefully, I only see only one way to do this. I'm going to knock him out. Cold. So he's not killed, right? He's still alive. I mean, it's not very comfortable looking. And we're trying to find now something. The longsword is also nice, but let's just check it out. There. Oh, this looks interesting. What is that? A tiny pendant, usually worn around the neck or wrapped around the wrist, is associated with praising the Virgin Mary and gives... it's actually quite valuable. But I'm actually not really here to steal anything from him. But we found a diary that we need to read.
Hell. This hasn't been here for long. It looks like some kind of notes. Like a diary. Let's have a look at it then.
Okay, so it tells about a murder, and the superstitious villagers consider this murder to be the work of a devil, but this is a simple premeditated murder of our brothers, he's saying. And he's now continuing onwards to find out what this was about. And it seems to be the work of the Inquisition. Eventually got rid of the brothers, so the ones that were murdered. Because a year earlier, they forced him to poison the Archbishop of Prague, and now they wanted to get rid of him. So this guy here, this monk, is trying to find Ambrose, an old friend that is living in seclusion, but Ambrose is dead. I buried the friend Ambrose on the edge of the meadow above his hut. So all the way up here, above the hut, this looks like it. There's a grave with a sword. Ambrose's broken sword. It's really nothing, so not valuable. But we could uncover the grave here. Good thing we have a shovel.
There's nothing more here. Sorry, Ambrose. Rest in peace.
We could pick up the sword, as it's already here.
Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
And yeah, this we can actually bring back now to the blacksmith. Can we dig him in again? Because he's kind of like in the open now. But you can't do that, it seems. There's also a beautiful castle over there, by the way. Where are we exactly? We haven't discovered this. So while we're in this area, why not just explore? Because let's face it, it's a beautiful and a fine day too. Get my horse in. Pebbles, there you are. You definitely should get some equipment for it.
Quick!
They've outdone themselves with the architecture, with the graphics this time around. There's way more interesting locations. That's Trusky Castle over there. And we have unlocked the fast travel point. This is the point that we need to get to for the quest anyway. So I think we're coming back here. There's no entry at the moment. You can't enter it. They won't let you in. But it's a nice look at, really. And from here, it's also really not far to get to Tachov again, where our blacksmith is waiting.
And I keep getting splinters from it.
How can I help you today?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. The hermit died a few days ago. I had to find his grave, and this sword was on it. You weren't wrong. It's first-class Toledo steel, Radovan.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First-class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first. Huh?
Okay. Frankfurt Steel, we got... Hey, he just dropped that sword. The hermit sword. Oh, we need to craft it from... it's Ambrose's broken sword. Are we getting this one?
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Oh, there's a battle on the street. Let's get going with this sword. Pretty long, by the way.
It's burning.
Just like I wanted to have it. And now we can once again smith. I love the smithing, by the way. Also, if you're doing it in the right rhythm, you're not losing that much stamina and you can basically smith ahead all day. Even though, of course, there's also perks for the crafting, which makes it easier. Turn it around.
What a day.
Right now with level 0 where we are, it's taking quite some time though. A bit too long perhaps.
Oh, this one's gonna need some more work.
Yeah, great. And there it's done. Okay, Toledo Steel Sword. Excellent quality, rank 3. Lots of damage. I guess we can't keep it.
What do you hear?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
Right, nice. With that, we advanced with the main quest.
I talked to Betty.
And?
Nothing yet. It seems there's no talking to this hermit.
And Betty didn't help.
Well,
Betty?
Oh, that is just the hermit
and if
quest
she-
again. I wonder why it's up. So, let's
Sorry?
have a look. We also advanced craftsmanship. I think it's a good point to also have a look at my skill point system, right? So we're level 7 now. I've already invested into the charming man. This gives me a higher reputation gain. One of the first things that I did. Also strength. We have the hardworking lad unlocked. So if you carry a sack or even a dead body, the weight only counts as half. Alright, so we are faster with that. Also deft hands increases my agility for all weapons. And that's the requirement. Also the speech is silver tongue, so we get a speech bonus now by haggling. Or when haggling and stuff like that. Where are my crafting skills? There it is, craftsmanship, because we can unlock 2 points here already. Yeah, unfortunately those basic ones are not very tempting. The first one is razor sharp, so if we sharpen a weapon ourselves it will deal 10% more damage. So I'm going to learn this because this gives me a tangible advantage. And let's also go with helping hand, so we pay 20% less when repairing. These are the most, or the 2 best ones here. Also horsemanship, repairs with cobbler kit will be 20% more efficient, or melee attacks from horseback will cost you 15% less stamina. Let's go with the saddler. The bonus to thievery on top of that. Stealth wise, we have the stealth kill already unlocked with the knife. And we could say make 50% less noise when moving in bushes. So we'll go ahead and get this one. And we can sell herbs, game hides, and trophies for double the price. Or the quality of bats increases the higher your survival skill is. That's also pretty nice. Let's go ahead with that, honestly, because mostly we are going to sleep in dirty beds. Also for alchemy. Oh yeah, you can sell the potions you brew for 30% more. That's pretty nice. That's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and do this. Because selling potions is a nice business that you can do. For combat, so there's a lot more skills, right? For combat, we have the warfare. A love, in this case here, against all odds. When fighting against superior numbers, so that's +2, you gain a +2 bonus to strength, agility, and warfare skills. That's really neat. And also, in combat, your stamina will regenerate 10% faster, since stamina is one of my, well, problems right now in combat. Going ahead with this as well. For swords, my main weapon that I'm using, you should also use a new attack. And here it's Tendon Slicer, so each successful sword combo reduces the enemy stats for the remainder of the fight. And After performing a Master Strike, we can instantly gain some stamina back to attack again. I also like this a lot, since Master Strikes is something we're doing quite often. And unarmed, we were already in that quite often now. So we have 2 points there. 15% more experience in strength, agility, and vitality. And when in clinch, we will deal 10% more combat. So this is when we're grabbing someone. So these are nice perks here. So that was fun. We have improved a bit. And I guess now we could go ahead and already attend the wedding. Is that right? Now we just need to talk to him and start the wedding process, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Can we go to Semin now?
Not so fast, Henry.
The sword's ready, so what are we waiting for?
Are those your best clothes?
Yes.
Aye.
Then get yourself something nicer.
Can you tell me where I can get nicer clothes?
The only decent tailor around is Bartoszek in Troshkowitz. He'll surely sell you some. Come back when you no longer look like you just come from shoveling manure. We're not going to some village fete, but a nobleman's wedding, for Christ's sake. Dress up nicely so you don't disgrace me. And please, no damned armor.
All right.
Stop moaning and do it. We don't want to be late.
Alright. Troshkowitz it is.
Praise.
He's still begging. Poor lad. Can I give her something? Bara. No, I cannot even talk with her. I would like to give her something. She was nice to us in the beginning. It's also really nice how lively the villages are, right? This is another town where there's constantly cars coming in, people getting out, transporting resources, loading up again and disappearing. It's nice to see that something is happening. And over here we have the tailor. I just hope we have enough money for that. I mean, it's a tailor by the chickens, so it can't be that expensive. Hello there.
Greetings to you.
I'd like a set of clothes for the wedding.
You've come to the right place. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And when you change into it, I'll tell you right away if it's appropriate for the wedding. I know what I'm talking about. I'm invited too. I sewed clothes for the groom.
Show me your wares.
Okay, let's have a look. So it's the caps. It's expensive. We have 230 groschen.
Magnificent. I couldn't have picked a better outfit myself. I think you're ready to...
Okay, nice. So we are ready. And how did I achieve this now? So that's the equipment that I went with for the wedding. You need to have a charisma level 16 in order to to attend the wedding. The only way I was able to push 16 is with the pendant that we got from the monk. So I had to head back to him and actually stole it from him, right? The scapular with insignia. Only with that I'm able to get to 16, because otherwise I don't have a trinket, and there's I haven't found a trinket so far. So that's that. With that we have it, and with that we can now finally head to the wedding. I should eat something probably. Oh, chicken. Nice. Actually giving me a lot of nutritious value here. Even though I do have food poisoning now, I think. So with only 130 groschen left in my pockets, let's head back to Radovan.
Can we go?
God's nails. I told you, that's not good
What?
enough.
This still isn't good enough.
Henry, this is
The
a
tailor
way
just
of...
told me that's magnificent. What is going on here?
You're looking
Okay, it
quite
worked. That was a
spruce, in
food
fact.
poisoning thing that
don't have
actually
to worry
reduced my
about you
stamina,
showing me up
my
anymore.
charisma.
Good to hear. Should we go?
Hold your horses for a while, Henry. I need to wash and change too, and then we can go.
Welcome, blacksmith. We were beginning to worry.
I bet you were. I'm bringing a wedding present.
Look who's finally here. Welcome, Radovan. And Henry.
Sir?
Well, do you have it?
Of course. Your son deserves the best. You can take it.
No, hold on to it. I'd be glad if you gave it to Older yourself.
I'd be honored.
Has Lord von Bergov arrived yet?
Henry, that's none of your business.
It's all right, Radovan. I understand his curiosity. Lord von Berghoff isn't here yet, but Chamberlain Ulrich assures me he'll arrive any moment now.
Sir, could I ask you to introduce me to Lord von Bergov?
God's nails. I'm sure his lordship will have nothing better to do than talking to my apprentice.
We'll see, Henry. Now, unfortunately, I have other things to attend to. What are those beggars still doing by the gate? I thought I made it clear I wanted them gone, didn't I?
I drove them off, but they came back. They just won't take no for an answer.
At least close the gate for now so the guests don't see them. They must be gone before Sir Otto arrives. Do you understand?
Oh dear, you seem rather worried. Would it have to do with your guest of honor?
I'm afraid of it ending up in disgrace. I wouldn't want Sir Otto to take offense and leave before he gives Older his blessing.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, Henry. It's nice of you to offer your help, but I can't ask that of you. What kind of host would that make me?
Don't worry about it, sir. Since Henry is volunteering, why not take up his offer? If he proves himself, you can introduce him to Lord Van Berghoff as a reward, if that's what he wants.
I promise I won't bring shame to you.
Oh, we'll see. I've got to make some arrangements with the cook, but come and see me later. In the meantime, you can introduce yourself to the bailiff's son, Svartapluk, over there. You're the same age, so I think you'll get along just fine.
That's right, Henry. Svatja. He's fun to be around. God's nails, I'll bet he'll show you the prettiest girls around.
There's plenty of other entertainment, too. Bailiff Thrush is holding a dice tournament, and Captain Gnarly a dueling contest. In short, a proper wedding. Eat and drink to your heart's content. Rejoice. It's a big day for Samin.
One more thing, sir.
What else? Did I forget something?
They're, weapons.
Yes, of course. Please leave your weapons with Tuma. You surely understand, it's for security.
All our weapons?
Well, the wedding present is an exception, of course. Keep it safe, Radovan.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if this is peaceful. Or if this is going to be peaceful.
Look who's here. Welcome.
And by the way, I'm probably the finest looking lad here. Because especially the blacksmith, he's looking like he's some sort of beggar. Why did I need to pay so much groschen? Okay, let's just see. Let's talk with the guests.
He's so stupid he can't even see how he's embarrassing himself. Whereas she knows it.
Hey, I know you. You fought with us at the tavern.
Well, sorry about that.
Ah, you have nothing to apologize for. Unlike that friend of yours. He started it all.
You mean Sir Hans? Aye, he can be a bit hot-headed.
Pretty haughty, too. But he punched me good, I'll give him that. And you fought bravely, too. You were outnumbered, but you still gave us a run for our money.
But you were better. If they hadn't broken it up, we probably wouldn't have stood a chance.
Aye, well, you wouldn't have avoided the stocks either way. People in the village don't like strangers, and my father's no different. Anyway, as far as you and I are concerned, let's let bygones be bygones. All good?
It's all good.
See? I'm no idiot. I just can't stand stuck-up fellas. And you're not one of them, are you?
I hope not.
I know you're not. You're a good lad, I can tell. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Svatja. The pretty girl getting married today is my sister.
So I've heard.
This is Vitek.
The son of the biggest drunkard around. Be glad you didn't have the honor. Fortunately, my father's not here to embarrass me again. Ma's afraid he got lost. Or she didn't even come to the wedding because of it. But I'm sure he's just sleeping off his hangover somewhere.
Quiet, you two. Sakura. Now I don't know what he said to her. Christ. Look at her face.
Whose?
Look over there. That pretty girl and the sad sack trying to impress her.
That's our friend, Wojtek.
Can't say I blame him. She's lovely. Your friend has good taste.
He's bitten off more than he can chew, though. Hey, Svatcha, what's her name, anyway?
Mishka. Her ma is old Samin's cook. That asshole Wojtek thinks he's going to win her over with some idiotic verse.
Well, actually, girls like poems. Well, unless you gabble like a barnyard gander while reciting them.
Gander, huh? Good one. Why don't you show Wojtek how it's done?
Well, I suppose I...
Jesus Christ, there's an idea. Let's bet on who has a better chance with Mishka. Vulgar Wojtek or handsome Henry.
I'd like to see that. You're on.
My money's on Henry. 10 groschen. So off you go, dust off your hose, tuck in your shirt, and go and win her heart.
I'll wager 10 groschen he fails.
I'm in.
Whoa! I didn't expect you to agree right away. You're an animal. You and I will get along just fine.
Well, you get along with everybody. Well, that is, if you don't punch them in the mouth at first sight.
I don't...
Okay, something I noticed, I'm pretty dirty. Ah, there is something. There you go. Should have a clean face now.
Bring me a...
Oh, Mishka, dearest. You give me no rest.
Really? Isn't it the other way around?
You keep me awake at night.
You poor thing. Try a decoction of Melissa and Valerian.
How I long to hold you tight.
I can hardly breathe as it is.
Great things.
How I long to kiss your lips. And, put my hands on your hips.
Enough. I can't listen to another word.
That makes two of us.
And you are who?
I'm Henry.
What do you want here?
To rescue a damsel?
There's no damsel here that needs rescuing.
The damsel has a voice and a name.
And may I know it? Or is that impertinent?
Mishka.
Now look here.
Anything wrong?
I spoke to her first.
Are we on the marketplace here?
You think you can amuse Mishka more? That's a joke.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'd like to try it.
Another one?
Be my guest. I was just reciting Mishka a lovely poem. So let's see if you know any.
I'm losing reputation there with every choice that I'm making. Let's try to be humble. I don't know if she really likes poems though. She didn't seem like it, but...
A vagabond I might be, with my pitcher empty. But now I am a lord, my dear, with a pitcher full of beer.
There might be something in that. Wojtek's been blabbering at me so long, I've worked up a thirst.
Blabbering? I was keeping you company.
I wasn't expecting a verse from the royal court. But that, you haven't done too well so far.
That's putting it mildly. You'd bore even a chicken to death. Never mind a clever girl like you, Mishka.
So here it's a bit difficult. Kiss my arse, is that a fight, right? Does she like that? Or you can talk? What does that mean? You can talk? I have no idea what that option means. And why did I even get involved in this is certainly the wrong one here. Yeah, let's try to be offensive.
Wojtek? You can kiss my arse.
What did you say?
Shut up!
That was of course also wrong.
I've had quite
Holy
enough
cow.
of your cock measuring
I would need to
contest.
reload a couple
And
of
I don't know
times, I
which is
guess.
worse.
But I'm not doing that.
That or your stupid rhymes.
But where are you going, Mishka?
Anywhere. As long as it's away from you two fools.
And that's the end of it.
Idiot.
Though we weren't really successful with her. That's fine.
Stop making a fool of himself.
Would you look at that? The return of the prodigal son.
How did it go?
Mishka's a nice girl. I'm glad I got to know her.
Don't try to bluff us, Henry. We saw how she sent both of you packing.
Anyway, you lost, so you're drinking.
Wait, what do you mean, lost? It was you two who made a bet. For 10 groschen.
Well, we did twist your arm a bit, so we'll drink with you.
All right, then. To the newlyweds' health.
That's what everybody here drinks to. To ours!
To ours, then.
I seem rather small. Okay, people aren't staggering yet.
I should go and see Lord Semi. He looked worried, and I promised I'd help him. He'll introduce me to Lord von Berghoff in return.
Let's try the sword fighting
You're in
tournament.
charge of the sword fighting tournament.
That's right, Henry. What is it? Would you like to try your hand?
First, I want to ask you something.
What do you want to know?
What are the rules?
Very simple. It's not hard. Everybody gets a wooden sword, and whoever wins first, wins.
Okay. I mean, that's the groom we're fighting right now. I don't know if we should actually just let him win.
You swine! Too bad you lost. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. Sir Ulda is an experienced swordsman.
Maybe next time.
Here, have some...
Thank you. What
Okay.
now?
If once wasn't enough, you can challenge the bailiffs.
Yeah, let's do this.
I understand.
And this time we're going to win. Because I really didn't want to beat the groom. I'm pretty sure there would have been a bad outcome here.
I'd like to...
Well,
You might come to...
Holy cow, one hit is enough. Okay.
Too bad, Henry.
I'm here to help you, sir.
I said you didn't have to.
Well, I made a promise. Is this about the beggars by the gate?
That too, but I'm more worried about my wayward relatives and their insatiable thirst.
You mean Yurko and the Moravians?
Oh, what did I do to deserve a nephew like him?
I'll try to keep an eye on them. Maybe I'll be able to keep them in check.
You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. But don't get your hopes up. Getting between them and booze is asking for trouble.
What about the beggars, sir?
Try asking Tuma, the guard on the gate. Maybe he's figured something out already.
I'll talk to Tuma and we'll work something out.
Well, try to be done with it before Lord von Berghoff arrives.
Of course.
Thanks, Henry. I appreciate it.
You're Henry, right? The one who came with the blacksmith.
The one and only.
You came to help me with them beggars?
Lord Semin would be glad if we got rid of them. I was told you'd know how.
It doesn't take a scholar to figure out. They came for alms, that's all. If they get some food, they'll be on their way.
So what kind of food do you think we should give them?
If it was up to me, I'd give them scraps from the kitchen. But the cook keeps saying there's no scraps. Says she uses it all for soup and gruel. She put the scraps away in the pantry and won't let anyone in there.
Isn't there any way I could reason with her?
That's not going to be easy. She's got one hell of a mouth. I think even old Semin's afraid of her. He put her in charge of the feast, and now they're fighting over every single groschen. The wedding already cost him a fortune. If he starts giving to the poor as well, there'll be hell to pay.
Where's the pantry?
Right behind the kitchen. But like I said, the cook won't let anyone in.
Okay, let's pick up the food. Up to 40 we need. Oh god. Gathering food, give it to the poor. There you go.
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged in.
Easy, gents. I'll come in peace.
You gave me a hammering last time. Well, you'll near be so lucky this time, fella.
You want to fight? Here.
What's the matter? Are you shitting it? The laddie looks like he's gonna start greeting.
What?
We're only having you on, pal. It's all water under the bridge. I'm Yurko from Moravia, and these fine lads hail from there too.
I'm Henry, of Scallis.
Well, Henry, come and have a wee drink with us to settle our differences.
Why not? I'd love to have a drink with you.
Of course you would. Fuck. That pish of yours makes me heave. It's near fit to drink. We have to find something better.
You know why Lord Semin won't give you anything better? Because he's afraid you'll get drunk and start a brawl.
Now look here, you bampot. I'll tell you an age-old piece of wisdom. A dry Moravian is 100 times more edge than a drunk one. So, if you didn't want this place smashed to pieces, bring us some decent liquor.
Okay, got him some schnapps.
Look what I found.
Oh, hooray! Ah, hail Henry.
No.
What are you? A fish that subs naught but water. Drink up, laddie. It's a polite thing to do at a wedding. To health, God, and Henry.
And to the newlyweds.
To them too. Bottoms up.
God's nails, Henry. We're in trouble. You've got to help me.
What's happened?
The sword's gone. Someone must have taken it.
The wedding present for the young lord.
Not so loud, for God's sake. If I don't get it back, the old man will wipe the floor with me. You'll see. He'll make sure I never forge another nail in this county.
Couldn't you have left it somewhere?
Leave behind something so precious? Never. Someone stole it.
Can you remember the last time you saw it?
I don't know. Maybe when we came? I showed it to old Semin. He told me what a masterpiece it was.
I was there. What did you do then?
Then I ate a little something, drank, and went to take a piss.
And you had the sword on you the whole time?
Why would I go to piss with it? I put it down in the grass by the wall.
Aha. Let me guess. You haven't seen it since then?
I've been looking for it ever since.
Did you show the sword to anyone else?
Well... You know, I had to show off a bit. It was such a lovely piece of work, and for Lord Semin himself.
Who were you showing off that sword to?
A few people came to me to see it. A couple of girls. Young lads, too.
Young lads?
Aye, it's true. And one of them was a bit cocky.
What did the lad look like?
I don't know exactly. With all the commotion around here. He was kind of young, you know, a fop. Like a lot of fellas around here.
Oh, that could be any one of a dozen.
If I knew exactly which one it was, I'd go and see him myself.
Don't you at least remember how he acted? Something that sticks in your mind?
Well, as I say, he was just cheeky-like. And he had these strange manners. Like one of the nobles. He's been strutting around to impress some wench.
I could think about someone here.
Chamberlain brought here, I think.
Ah, I see. I know exactly who we're looking for.
You do?
No, actually. I have absolutely no... And what was he wearing?
Aye, I know that. He was in yellow. He was well dressed, all right.
I'll try...
If you find my sword...
Okay, yellow dress.
Lord von Berghoff still hasn't.
Smash the bastard up!
Well, over there is someone.
Erin, you're exactly the kind of fella I'm looking for. Do you know Radovan? The blacksmith from Takov?
I don't. And whatever happened, I don't know anything about it.
You don't know him? Then why did he tell me he remembered you hanging around him right before he got robbed?
It's not my fault, I swear. It's the devil himself who guides my hand. I'm completely defenseless against him.
The devil, eh? You better come up with a better story next time. Now give me everything you took.
Yes, of course. Here, take it all. What would I do with this, right?
That was easy.
Nice haul.
Oh.
And now the sword.
Sword? But I don't have any sword.
Don't lie to me, sticky fingers.
I might be a thief, but I'm not a liar. This is really all I took. And anyway, where would I hide a sword?
All right. I'll be going now.
Please, don't tell anyone. I'll sit on my hands from now on.
At least we got a bunch of things.
Dressed in yellow. You might be the fella I'm looking for.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Sorry, do I know you?
Of course! You're Bouchet, right? Only a week ago we were brawling over that girl in Jellyhoff.
Oh? And who won?
Well, me, of course. But it wasn't worth it. The girl was pretty, but as daft as a bag of rocks.
Ah, that's tough.
But now we've met again, we should have a toast.
Why not?
To your...
I'm not booked.
Okay, let's speed this up a bit.
Wine!
Take...
Ah!
I don't really... By the way...
Of course I am.
Plenty?
Every god has one.
Never mind. You
Me?
He doesn't have the sword, obviously, because he's not acting like a posh. Oh, there's someone. And yeah, Hans Capone, of course. And he's my
Might have
suspicion.
occurred to me you were the one I was looking for.
Me? Why?
I expect he means me, Flower. No doubt Henry assumed I'd starve to death if he wasn't on my ass for a while. So, are you glad to see me?
I'm glad you're still alive and kicking.
You were worried about me? Well, no. I mean, Henry.
No. I just wouldn't want to explain to Sir Hanush why I couldn't keep an eye on my living ball and chain.
Watch your tongue.
Like a pair of little boys.
What are you even doing here?
Radovan the blacksmith has lost the sword he made for the groom as a wedding present.
Well, that's a bit of a fuck-up, eh? But I'm not really surprised when he was shoving it under everyone's noses and telling them there's none better in the county.
So you nicked it?
How dare you?
The blacksmith saw you sniffing around it, so don't play dumb. Where did you stash it?
Hold your horses. I may have a blot or two on my reputation, but I'm not a thief.
If it wasn't
Oh.
you, who was it?
The bailiff's son, Svatobluk.
What? Svatya? Nonsense.
What's going on here? You again?
Who is this drunk?
This is Wojtek.
Keep my name out of your mouth. And you? What are you doing here with my... girl?
I am not your girl. That is certainly not only yours. And it's a few years since anyone called me a girl.
Did you hear that? Scram. Nobody's interested in you.
So you've ganged up on me, eh? First you make a fool of me, and then this prick.
We didn't agree on anything. And forget about Mishka. She had no time for either of us.
I'm having a really bad day today. Women don't want me. My friends, I'm a joke. All that's left is the
It was
booze.
successful, but I lost the reputation there.
Booze never lets you down.
Well, each to his own.
I was afraid you were going to start a fight.
You don't have to be afraid with me.
Hold up. No change in the subject. What did you mean about Svatya?
Like I said, he took the sword.
And how do you know it was him who took it?
Because I saw him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to drag every word out of you? Where did you see him?
The blacksmith went to the latrine and left his sword outside. The blockhead. Svatya had his eye on him the whole time and just seized the opportunity.
What did he do with the sword then?
I have no idea. I had better things to do than follow him around.
Okay, so according to Hans, he went out from here. And just behind this door, that's pretty interesting, right? There's a lake. And down there is the sword.
So Svatya threw it in here.
Okay, not gonna pick up a fight with Svatya now.
I found your sword.
Thank God, Henry. I was afraid I'd have to look for a job in another county. Who stole it?
That's not important. The main thing is it's turned up undamaged.
As you say, you have my thanks. You got it to me just in time. The ceremony is about to start.
So Lord von Burgov has arrived?
Not yet, but the father is in a hurry to have his son married. I think the lad's a little scared. I'm not surprised. I had to get drunk as a lord before my wedding.
I didn't think they'd start the ceremony without Lord von Burgov.
He'll show up, don't worry. Something just held him up, you know. Lordly business.
Where on earth is he? We've been waiting for hours. I sent someone to look for him.
Master Chamberlain, how's it looking? When's Sir Otto coming?
I wish I knew, sir. His party should have been here long ago.
What?
I've sent someone to look for them, but there's no sign of them. It's regrettable, but we'd better start without him.
Let's get started, Father.
Damn it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the sacred union of Agnes and Alda. I ask you before God and His holy church to make your holy vow of matrimony, love, honor, and fidelity. Do you so swear until death do you part?
I do.
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Right back where we started.
Von Burgov's not coming, so why stay here? I'll congratulate the newlyweds and go.
Okay, and we're going to continue in the next episode. The wedding's over, and now, yeah, something fishy is going on with that lord from Burgov. Stay tuned.